The summer may be coming to an end, but the story is far from over. Episode 10 of the summer, I Turned Pretty Season 3, promises the kind of heartbreak, choices, and revelations that will keep fans talking for months. The trailer doesn't just tease an ending, it dares us to imagine a new beginning. One that turns every relationship upside down. And in those final moments, we finally see the cliffhanger everyone's been waiting for, the one that changes everything. This isn't just another finale, it's the kind of emotional storm that leaves nothing untouched. As the trailer for episode 10 begins, we're reminded of everything that has led us to this point. Belly has spent the season caught in the middle of a love triangle that feels bigger than just teenage romances, a reflection of loyalty, heartbreak, and the messy beauty of growing up. Every choice she's made so far has had a ripple effect, not just on Conrad and Jeremiah, but on the Fisher family and even on herself. In episode 9, we watched as tensions boiled over. Confessions spilled out, and the summer house became more than just a backdrop, it became a symbol of all the memories, promises, and heartbreaks these characters carry with them. Episode 9 left fans shaken. Belly's heart seemed to be torn in two directions, Jeremiah fighting to prove his devotion, and Conrad carrying the weight of feelings he never quite says out loud. The Fisher brothers are not just rivals and love their brothers, struggling to hold on to each other while competing for the same future. That tension reached its peak when emotions clashed, leaving the finale wide open to explode in episode 10. And it's not just about romance anymore. There's family grief, the shadow of Susanna's memory, and the question of how everyone moves forward when the past is still pulling them back. The build-up makes Episode 10 feel more than just a conclusion, it feels like the emotional storm we've been waiting for. Fans who followed the journey know that this isn't a story of easy answers or simple happy endings. It's about choices. And episode 10 sets the stage for the hardest choice of all. In the trailer, we see flashes of Belly alone, staring out at the ocean, her expression unreadable. This isn't just a girl choosing between two boys, it's a young woman trying to figure out who she is and who she wants to become. But the trailer teases us further. Conrad looks distant, Jeremiah looks determined, and Belly stands at the center of it all, her silence speaking louder than words. The build-up is layered with moments of tension, quick cuts that hint at arguments, tears, and those small, fragile moments of tenderness that might be the last before everything changes. The summer house feels different now, not just a place of sun-soaked memories, but a battleground for love and loss. As the build-up unfolds, one thing becomes clear. Episode 10 won't just settle the story, it will open up new wounds, reveal new truths, and leave us wondering what comes next. And that's exactly why the trailer has fans on edge. The stakes are higher, the emotions are raw, every frame suggests we're heading straight into a finale that refuses to play it safe. Asterisk, the trailer for episode 10 doesn't waste a second. From its very first frame, it tells us that this is not just a season finale, it's the emotional breaking point of the entire summer. Every shot feels like a clue, every look like a secret about to be exposed. The editing is sharp, fast, almost dizzying, and that is intentional. The creators want us to feel what the characters are feeling, the rush of emotions, the panic of decisions, and the sense that time is running out. We start with Belly, standing alone at the edge of the ocean. The waves crash around her, and she looks small, almost fragile, yet there's a strength in her silence. It's the kind of visual that says everything without a single word. Belly is about to face the most difficult choice of her life. Her eyes are heavy with uncertainty, and for the first time, it feels like the weight of the summer is crushing her. The ocean isn't just scenery, it's a mirror of her inner storm, wild in camera. Then the camera cuts to Conrad. He's sitting by himself, staring down at something we can't quite see. His expression is unreadable, part sorrow, part longing, part resignation. It's the look of someone who has loved deeply, but doesn't know if love is enough.
The trailer
lingers on his silence as if daring us to ask, what is Conrad holding back? What words are trapped inside him that might never be spoken? For longtime fans, this is classic Conrad, full of emotion, yet guarded and always just out of reach. Next, Jeremiah appears, but unlike Conrad, his energy is fiery. We see him reaching for Belly's hand, pulling her into a moment of connection. His eyes are determined, almost pleading. It's not the quiet ache of Conrad. It's the bold certainty of someone who refuses to let go. The trailer frames Jeremiah as the fighter, the one who will not walk away, no matter what it costs him. His voice breaks through in one of the trailer's most gripping lines, "I can't lose you. Not now." Now those words echo like a battle cry, not just to Belly, but to Conrad too. Between these moments, we catch quick flashes, snippets of arguments, shadows of tears, fragments of laughter. Belly is seen in the kitchen, clutching a letter. Jeremiah is standing in the rain, his face streaked with emotion. Conrad is leaning against the summer house wall, as if the weight of the past is pressing down on him. These glimpses are not random. They're puzzle pieces, each hinting at the bigger picture the finale will reveal. The first look images add even more layers to the mystery. One shot shows Belly in a white sundress, looking directly into the camera with an expression. We can't quite place, is it heartbreak, or is it hope? Another shows Conrad and Jeremiah in the same frame, but not looking at each other, a visual metaphor for the rift that threatens to break them apart. The colors in these stills are softer, more muted than earlier in the season. The bright, carefree summer tones have shifted into something heavier, more reflective, as if the visuals themselves are preparing us for the end. One of the most intriguing first looks is a scene of the Fisher brothers sitting at the dining table with Belly in between them. The silence of the photo speaks volumes. It's tense, it's awkward, it's unresolved. That image alone could be the centerpiece of the finale. Three hearts colliding, none of them fully prepared for the fallout. Fans are already analyzing the smallest details: Jeremiah's hand clenched on the table, Conrad's eyes cast downward, Belly's posture turned slightly away. Nothing in these images is accidental. They're crafted to make us question everything, but the trailer doesn't. Only focus on the love triangle. We get glimpses of Laurel, Belly's mom, her presence steady, yet deeply emotional. In one quick cut, she's seen embracing Belly tightly, whispering something we can't hear. That moment reminds us that this story has always been about family. Just as much as romance, Susanna's absence still lingers in every frame, shaping the way the characters move and love and grieve. The finale looks ready to honor that weight, while still pushing the characters into new, emotional territory. There's also a shot of the summer house itself, filmed in a way that feels almost nostalgic. The camera lingers on its porch, its windows, glowing in the twilight. For 3 seasons, this house has been more than a setting, it's been a character in its own right. Holding memories of first loves, childhood summers, and painful goodbyes. Now, in episode 10, the house feels like it's saying goodbye to. Will this be the last summer here? The trailer leaves that question hanging, and then comes the music. The score swells with a haunting piano melody, soft at first but growing. Louder, almost desperate. It plays under the flashes of Belly's tears, Jeremiah's plea, Conrad's silence. Music has always been a powerful storytelling tool in this series, and here it feels like a warning. Something big is coming. Something that will hurt, but something that we cannot look away from. By the end of the trailer, the tension is unbearable. Belly is shown running, whether toward someone or away, we don't know. Conrad is seen shutting a door, his face hidden in the shadows. Jeremiah's voice echoes one last time, "Just tell me it's me." The screen cuts to black before we get an answer. And that is the brilliance of this trailer. It gives us everything and nothing all at once. The first look materials confirm it. Episode 10 will not be safe. It's predictable or gentle. It will be raw, messy, and unforgettable. It's not just about who Belly chooses, it's about how that choice will break something, or someone, forever. The trailer doesn't promise closure, it promises fallout. And that's exactly why fans are counting down the seconds to the finale. Asterisk. The most unforgettable part of the episode 10 trailer comes in its final moments, the cliffhanger. For nearly 3 seasons, fans have lived and breathed the Fisher brothers. Rivalry, Belly's tug-of-war heart, and the memories woven into every corner of the summer house. But in this finale, the story refuses to tie itself into a neat bow. Instead, It drops a moment so heavy, so unresolved, that it guarantees sleepless nights for fans until the next chapter arrives. The trailer builds tension carefully, giving us just enough to feel the heartbeat of the story without fully showing its face. Then, suddenly, it shifts. Belly is on the phone. We don't know who she's speaking to, but her voice cracks as she says something we can't quite hear. The audio cuts out deliberately, forcing viewers to lean in, to imagine the weight of her words. Is she confessing her love? Is she saying, goodbye? The mystery is intentional. It's the spark that fuels speculation. Immediately after we see Conrad, that image alone has ignited fan theories. Did Belly choose Jeremiah and Conrad is left behind? Or is he grieving something deeper, something we're not ready for yet? His silence is louder than any dialogue could ever be. It's a moment that tells us his journey is far from over, even if he isn't the one Belly walks toward. Then comes Jeremiah. The trailer saves him for last, and it's not by accident. We hear his voice, low and urgent. Just tell me it's me. The camera doesn't show Belly's response. It cuts before we get the answer, leaving us suspended in a space between hope and heartbreak. That final unanswered question is the cliffhanger the creators wanted us to feel, not just watch. It's not about who she picks in that second. About making the audience live inside the uncertainty, just like the characters do, but the cliffhanger goes deeper than Belly's choice. Hidden in the background of those final shots are details that suggest more is at stake. The summer house, once glowing with light, is shown in near darkness, as if the heart of this story is fading. Fans have pointed out that the house could be sold, that this might be the last summer anyone spends there. If true, that would mean the series is not only asking who Belly loves, it's asking what home means when everything familiar is slipping away. Another clue lies in Laurel's brief appearance in the trailer. In one fleeting frame, she's seen clutching a stack of papers. Contracts? Letters? Some fans believe this could hint at a decision that affects the entire Fisher family. Could it be the sale of the house? Could it be a hidden truth about Susanna? The cliffhanger, then, may not only be about Belly's heart, it might be about the legacy of the place that shaped them all. Speculation has also circled around a small, almost Easy Tombs moment. Belly crying in her car, gripping the steering wheel as if holding herself together. That shot feels too important to be random. Is she driving away from someone? Is she leaving cousins altogether? The image suggests movement, departure, the possibility that Belly herself refuses to stay. Stuck between Conrad and Jeremiah? If that's the case, the cliffhanger may not be about which brother she chooses, it may be about her choosing herself, at least for now. The power of this cliffhanger lies in its refusal to give us closure. Fans want answers. Who will Belly end up with? What will become of the Fisher brothers? Will the summer house survive another year? But the trailer denies us all of it. Instead, it leaves us with broken images, tears, silence, unanswered questions, and the weight of choices still unmade. It's not cruel, it's deliberate. The writers know that by leaving us in the middle of the storm, the story will linger, long after the credits roll. And that's where speculation takes over. Some fans are convinced Belly will finally choose Jeremiah, pointing to his strong presence in the trailer and his bold plea for clarity. Others argue that Conrad's quiet pain is a sign the story isn't done with him, that his arc still has more to reveal. And then there are those who believe the real cliffhanger is neither brother, but Belly herself, stepping into a new version of her life where her identity isn't defined by who she loves, but by who she is becoming. What makes this cliffhanger so unique is that it operates on multiple levels. On the surface, it's about romance. Who does Belly choose? But beneath that, it's about family, legacy, and change. The Fisher brothers are not just love interests. They're sons grappling with grief, brothers torn apart, and young men learning what it means to love beyond themselves. Belly isn't just a girl deciding between two boys. She's a daughter, a dreamer, a young woman on the edge of adulthood. And the summer house isn't just a setting, it's a symbol of memory, love, and the painful truth that nothing lasts forever. The cliffhanger doesn't answer any of these questions. Instead, it plants seeds. Seeds of heartbreak, seeds of possibility, seeds of a future that fans will debate endlessly until the next season arrives. That's the brilliance of it. By holding back, by keeping us in the dark, the finale ensures that the story continues to live long after the screen goes black. So when the trailer fades and the final words echo, "Just tell me it's me," we're left staring into silence. And in that silence lies the entire weight of the series. Love that is beautiful but complicated. Family that is broken but unbreakable. Summers that feel eternal until they're gone. This cliffhanger isn't just a tease, it's a promise. A promise that whatever comes next will be worth the wait. Asterisk as the trailer fades to black. We're left with the kind of silence that feels heavier than words. And it's in that silence that the story grows. Episode 10 isn't just the end of a season. It's the beginning of endless speculation. Every frame, every look, every unspoken word has fans piecing together what the finale could mean. And more importantly, what comes next. One of the biggest questions, of course, is Belly's choice. The trailer deliberately avoids giving us an answer, which only fuels the fire of fan theories. Some believe Jeremiah's heartfelt plea, "Just tell me it's me," is a sign that Belly finally chooses him, breaking the cycle of doubt once and for all. Others insist that Conrad's quiet sorrow is proof that the story isn't finished with him, that the real twist will be Belly's realization that her heart has always belonged to him, even if it hurts. And then there's a third camp, one that argues the finale may reject the entire love triangle for now, with Belly stepping away from both brothers to discover who she is on her own, beyond the romance. Another wave of theory centers on the summer house itself. The darker, more somber shots of cousins suggest change is coming. Some fans believe the Fisher family may be forced to sell, symbolizing the end of childhood summers and the painful step into adulthood. If true, this would mean the finale isn't just about Belly's heart, it's about the entire group saying goodbye to the place that shaped them. Others wonder if the house will survive, but with new rules, new traditions, perhaps even a new beginning that redefines what home means to them all. There's also speculation around Laurel's quiet presence in the trailer. We see her holding papers, whispering to Belly, standing on the sidelines like a steady anchor in a storm. Could she be hiding a revelation tied to Susanna's wishes? Could she be the one making decisions that reshape the family's future? Fans have long known that Laurel's storyline runs deeper than it first appears, and episode 10 may finally pull back the curtain on her role in holding the Fisher family together. Then there's the possibility of a curveball, something, no? One saw coming. Few sharp-eyed fans point to the moment Belly cries in her car, gripping the wheel as if she's running from more than just love. Some theories suggest a new twist could appear in the finale, perhaps an outside factor, another character, another challenge that shifts the focus entirely. The writers of The Summer I Turned Pretty are known for delivering surprises, and it would be in character for them to leave us with a final, a devastating blow that goes beyond the love triangle. What makes the fan theory so powerful is that each one feels possible. The trailer has given us just enough to imagine every outcome, but not enough to feel certain. And that's the beauty of this kind of storytelling. It forces us to live in the in-between, to experience the same uncertainty that Belly feels. We're not just watching her story, we're living it with her. The closing power of episode 10 lies not in answers, but in questions. Who will Belly choose? What will become of the Fisher brothers? Will the summer house survive another season, or will it be left behind as a memory? And perhaps the biggest question of all, how do you move forward when love, grief, and growing up collide all at once? The finale doesn't promise peace, it promises change. That's exactly why the cliffhanger hits so hard. It doesn't just close the door on one chapter. It cracks open a window to another, one that will demand patience, speculation, and endless debates until the next season finally arrives. So as the trailer ends, fans are left with more than just curiosity. They're left with an ache, a need to know what comes next. And that's the mark of a powerful story. It doesn't give you everything. It leaves you searching, hoping, imagining. Episode 10 of the summer I Turned Pretty won't simply be watched, it will be experienced, argued about, remembered, and when the screen goes black, it won't be the end. It will be the beginning of something bigger. Because the real question isn't just, who will Belly choose? The real question is, what happens to all of them after the choice is made? And that is the story the finale dares us to wait for.